tell me a story. All right, that was my 11-year-old. Okay, so tell me a story. Tell me a crazy story about raising your kids.
Oh man, crazy story about raising my kids. I don't even know where to start. I
I know.
mean, I feel like the one big story that just keeps happening with my kids is, I mean, more recently I was talking to my son. We were in the car, and when we were going over driving, we were going over, the gear shift, park, P for park,
Mhm.
R for reverse, etc. And in our car it had an S, and he was like, "Oh, well, that stands for sport mode." And
Oh,
I go, "No, it doesn't. It's like it stands for like sport, or no, it stands for standard. So
okay.
you can like put the car into S and then like do manual shifting on an
Oh,
automatic."
okay. Yeah, okay.
And so he's like, "No, mom, it stands for sports mode." And so I'm like, "What? Hold on.
Check the Googleify. Yep.
Let me check Google Mom. Hold on." I actually refer to Google as little g. So we have big G in our house and we have
Mhm.
little g. So
That's
I pulled
funny.
up little g and I was like, "Hey, what is this? Is this really sports mode?" And sure enough, he was right. So
Dang it.
I know, right? So I just feel like there's this ongoing, thing with my kids in this, especially in this world and technology, because I didn't grow up with Google.
Yeah.
Like if my parents said, "This is the way it is," you've got your Encyclopedia Britannica,
Oh, that
you
was
know,
horrible. Yeah.
you can go look it up. Or dad's word was solid, or mom's word was the
Yeah.
law. Now it's, "Oh, really, mom? Because I don't think so. This is it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Our little 7-year-old on the show, we call him Jebediah. He comes up to you and he goes, "You have to listen to me because I am correct." With his little hand up and everything.
Love that. I love that. I love that confidence.
He is wicked overconfident, even if he's wrong. You cannot explain that to him. He will just continue being happily, confidently wrong. And at this point, it's fine. He's only 7 or 6, almost 7. 6, 7. There we go for my
Six,
kids.
7. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I know. Like, I never paid attention to that ever until after the saying came out last year. And then 6, 7, 6, 7. Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't
So
know.
it looks like my brother is online. He said the standard mode is marked with an M for manual, FYI. So my brother's
Thank,
a car guy. So
I love that. Thank you. Thank
and
you. I
then
appreciate it. Yeah. I just can't even believe. Oh,
oh yeah, we had a set of encyclopedias, and I used a bunch of them. Research papers were the worst with encyclopedias. I hated them.
no. And the information was so really a lot of times outdated,
Yeah,
you
the school
know? I
library had
mean,
outdated encyclopedias.
it was so expensive. Actually, we didn't have the full set because it was one of those situations where somebody would come by and sell, you
Oh, just the one
know.
letter.
Yes, exactly. So we didn't have the letter. We didn't have anything, I don't think, past K. My parents didn't go past K. I'm like, "Oh my God, how embarrassing. How am I going to learn more, about South America if I can't get to the S, yeah, I know.
It's okay. Once
It's
the
just,
internet came along, now all the information is at our fingertips.
I
So
know.
that is
It,
nice.
it is nice.
And you just have to make sure it's a credible source these days. So,
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
oh man.
I
All right.
know.
So let's see. Crazy stories. Okay. I've got boys. A lot of my crazy stories are potty stories
Mm,
because they're boys.
yes.
Let's see. I didn't ask my oldest if I could share this. That's okay. Malachi, my sweet Malachi, he gets anxiety about things, and so it took me about 6 months to number two potty train him. He had number one down pat, but he would wait until nap time when I put him in a pull up to do his number twos. I was so sick and tired of it. And so I asked my mom advice. I'm like, what do I do with this kid? He's driving me crazy. And I had like, okay, so he was about four at this time, and that means that Bob was two. So, I was sick of having diapers on my kids. Anyways, so we had a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles play tent. So I have that. I've got a towel and a toddler potty in the living room with the play tent over it, have an iPad that he's playing with, and a little beanie with earmuffs over so he can't hear the plops go into the toddler potty. And that is how we finally potty trained this child.
See, look at you going beyond, right? I mean,
I was going to
you
do
had to get your
anything to get this child potty trained. It was ridiculous. Like he was going to be going to preschool the next year, and so I'm just like, you have got to potty train, son. I am about to lose my ever loving mind. So
Oh my God.
yeah.
I totally understand. I'll real quickly share my son's situation.
Okay.
Same. Because he did not want to poo in the toilet. He just
Yeah.
didn't. He was very comfortable with a pull-up situation. Same
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, dude, like you can't, you can't just keep doing this.
Yeah.
You have got to do it. And he was still wearing pull-ups, but he was going to be going into kindergarten soon. And
Okay.
so we were at a friend's house, and she already had sons, and they were of similar age. And she was like, "Oh, does Josh want to stay over?" I'm like, "Yes, he would love that." And I said, "But listen, he still wears pull up, man, at night." She's like, "Oh no. Oh no, you are not bringing me a pull up." And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I am. Like, I'm serious about this. You're going to have a situation in the morning." And so she's like, "No, no, we're not. I'm just going to tell him he's not doing that anymore."
Yeah.
This was a mom of four, by the way. And so
Yeah.
she's like, "No, it's just not gonna ever happen." And I said, "Okay, bye-bye.
Good
See
luck
you
with
in the
that.
morning." Don't say I didn't warn you. I picked him up the next day and I was like, "Hey, Joni, seriously,
Yeah.
tell me
How
what
did it
happened."
go?
She's like, "Oh, no, there was none of that." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" She's like, "No, no, your son is cured. He doesn't need to do that anymore. He went in the bathroom this morning and I told him, that's what he's gonna do." I'm like, "What?" And
Gosh.
so from that point on, that was it. That was a
That's
weird maker.
crazy.
I know. I'm like, "Can I come to you for everything?" Or you just tell my kids?
All right. Apparently, I have a few more stories to share from my family. I'm reading these comments. So, my oldest wants me to share this story from this morning, and I'll let you know that one. It's not a potty story, so I'll finish my potty stories first.
Okay.
So, the 11-year-old, he once walked to the bathroom and peed all over the cabinets, thinking it was the toilet. But Joe and I were watching a show after they went to bed, and we hear him go to the bathroom, and we hear him pee, not in the toilet. So yeah, we had to clean that one up.
Oh my gosh.
That
Oh, poor
poor thing.
thing.
Yeah,
You're
and
silly.
your husband marking territory is important.
It is.
And then, okay, they'll probably kill me if I don't share this one. Bob, when he was potty training, like, all my kids had trouble doing their number twos on the potty. It was ridiculous. So he had gone in his underpants and he was wearing shorts or pants or something, and it ended up being pebbles all over my carpet. And Mom, there's chocolate in my pants. Yeah.
No, son. No, son, that is not the chocolate. Oh
Yeah,
my
so I had to clean that
god.
one up. But all right, crazy, crazy. So Malachi, my 13-year-old, has been watching kind of educational YouTube stuff. He's been watching a meteorologist, so he's telling me all about tornadoes, but then he was telling me all about this poltergeist house and fires that were randomly starting. And this is backstory, okay? So that's what he's been watching on YouTube. People playing games too, but I like that he's actually broadening his mind as well.
Yeah.
So now this morning, he's telling me what happened to him last night. He woke up at like 2:30 in the morning to use the restroom, and then he says he looked out the window because there's a window in the bathroom and he got this really bad feeling. So he washes his hands real quick and he goes in back into his bedroom and he locks the door. And he says he was laying awake for 3 hours. I don't quite believe that one, but that's just me. That's okay. And, so then he says he had this really, really bad feeling and he saw his bedroom door jiggle like somebody was trying to get into his room. And
Whoa.
it freaked him out so bad he couldn't fall asleep for the rest of the morning. And then we're pretty strict with them. We don't want them coming down at the butt crack of dawn, so they can't come down till 7 in the morning. So at 7, he comes down. I was so scared. So
Oh
I'm
my
like, Connor
god.
Dean, or sorry,
Yes.
Malachi.
Yes.
Maybe we can edit that one out. Malachi.
Malachi. Malachi.
We turn on the alarm every single night. There was not somebody in our home. It is okay. But I was so scared and I saw it jiggle. Pretty sure you were having a lucid dream. And, sometimes those can seem really real and people are convinced that it is the truth. But but my imagination has never done that before. So it's a continuing thing. And about every hour or two, he tells me something new about what happened this morning. I'm like, okay, I think we're done with this now. We can continue and move on. Well, can I lock my door tonight? No, it's a fire hazard. You can't lock your door while you're sleeping. What happens if there's a fire and you have to run out of your room?
Oh.
That's
But
the
it's
crazy stuff we're dealing with right now.
I mean, but it's so real to them.
I know. And so I'm trying to I'm trying to tell him that I know that it feels real and I understand that and it could be one of your brothers was sleepwalking. No, I didn't hear any footsteps. Okay, well, then it was your imagination because those are the two things that it would be. There was nobody in our home. Our alarms are always set at night. The doors are always locked. We check every single night. I'm sorry, but it was probably just your imagination. So
Oh my
that's our
gosh.
crazy parenting stuff going on at the moment.
Oh, I mean, that is crazy. As far as dreams go, lately it hasn't been my children, but it's been my husband. So he's been having these really wild dreams.
Yeah.
And the other night he had a pretty wild dream about a train. And so anyway, I mean, nothing bad that I couldn't say, but I mean, the long story short is that he carried that around with him all day. So I'm
Yeah.
sure for Malachi, it's the same thing. He's just still
Yeah.
carrying it around.
Yeah. And that sweet boy, he holds on to things like a bulldog. He will not let go to save his life. He is stubborn like his daddy, and I love him. It will
Aw.
not go away for a little while, and that's okay. We'll work through it, and it's fine. But he just gets some anxiety sometimes, so we just have to walk him through it and help him get some coping skills to go along with it to help him sleep and be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Poor kiddo.
Oh. Well,
Sorry, real quick, so I don't get in trouble when I go upstairs. Bob wants me to specify that he was sleepwalking when he peed on the cabinets. He said he desperately needs you to clarify. I guess I wasn't clear enough with that.
I gathered that.
Okay,
I
I thought you
totally
did.
thought that.
And then my brother goes, no clarification will be given. So it is written. Their sweet uncle who loves them so much.
Oh, I totally thought he was sleepwalking. So,
No, it's fine. It's fine. And then your husband, kids are all about their imagination. Totally true. And he plays so many games and stuff. Like, we don't do horror games in our house yet because they're still pretty little. But I'm like, stuff could be leaching into your subconscious. So,
Oh,
and this
yeah.
is interesting. What if kids are 100% correct and it's not imagination? And as adults, we've programmed our brains to express less DMT so we don't see the stuff that they do. It's an interesting take.
Ooh, very interesting take. Oh, no, that's gonna okay,
I'm
maybe.
gonna watch a Disney movie after this so I can go to sleep.
Yeah, I know,
All the
same.
happy thoughts.
If we're watching something on Netflix that might be a little creepy, I'm like, "Uh, I'm gonna need Jimmy Fallon for a minute. Hold on, like, I need to get that out of my head." Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
for
know. It's
sure.
so crazy.